I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 voice actors with impressive range.
Hi, I'm Tara. You do my voice? You don't sound like me. I'm versatile.
For this list, we're looking at performers who have provided voices for a wide variety of characters on the big and small screens. Which actor's voice makes you nostalgic for your favorite cartoon? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. Number 10, Rob Paulsen. With over 1,000 endeavors to his name, Paulsen has been a beloved part of people's childhoods for over 4 decades.
We always hear about your day, but what about mine? The boss this and the boss that, la-di-la-di-da. Nerve! Do you ever ask what I did today?
90s kids know him from Animaniacs, where he played several different characters, including the unspoken leader of the Warner Brothers. He's also been a part of numerous Disney projects on both the big and small screens.
Hey! Whoa! Small wilderness, dude! Didn't expect to run into you.
Apparently not.
You're just jealous, man, because you ain't got the moves.
If you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, you'll know him as both Raphael in the original '80s show and Donatello in the computer animated series that ran until 2017. He voiced the characters a whopping 30 years apart, which means kids who grew up listening to Paulsen's work can now enjoy it with their own children.
No, don't worry. We're the good guys. It's okay.
Number 9, Jim Cummings. Giving a character life and personality with only a laugh is an impressive feat, but it's just another day at the office for Jim Cummings. The actor has voiced hundreds of characters in both film and on TV, and has been working practically non-stop for almost 40 years. From My Little Pony to The Simpsons, he's been involved with a huge range of IPs.
Yeah, she's the best.
He even became the first person to play the same Disney character in both animation and a live-action feature, as he provided the voices of Winnie the Pooh and Tigger in 2018's Christopher Robin.
I'm totally cracked. I don't see any cracks. A few wrinkles, maybe.
Number 8, Seth MacFarlane. Unlike most of the actors on this list, MacFarlane's resume skews a little more adult. He rose to fame as the creator of Family Guy, and still provides the voices of several major characters.
I know what you're asking, and I'll bark like a seal for you.
I do Peter, I do Stewie,
I do Brian.
and I do Quagmire.
He's also dabbled in live-action films over the years, perhaps most famously as the adorable potty-mouthed teddy bear in Ted, for which he also did motion capture.
John, I look like something you give your kid when you tell him grandma died.
Look, I know it sucks, okay? But you gotta make some money so you can pay for an apartment.
I don't want to work at a grocery store.
Yeah, but you have no skills.
I told you I can totally be a lawyer.
You might not know that he's an accomplished singer too, and has released several albums, primarily in the big band and jazz standard styles of the 1950s. He even puts that talent to work in his acting roles.
Every time it rains, pennies from heaven.
Number 7, June Foray. From radio to movies to television, Foray's incredible career lasted a wildly impressive 85 years.
I've got all the luck we'll need. This is your chance to prove yourself.
During that time, she put her uniquely flexible voice to work in a huge range of roles. She even provided the voice of the original Chatty Cathy doll, and her creepy Twilight Zone counterpart, Talkie Tina.
I told you you'd be sorry. Christy, wake up, Christy.
One of her most memorable characters was Granny, the woman who owned Tweety Bird and Sylvester the Cat in the Looney Tunes series. She took over the role from 1955 all the way until 2013, when Foray was in her mid-90s.
You know, if somebody gets injured, we could see a lot of minutes.
I'm a cheerleader.
With the exception of Mel Blanc, voice actors didn't typically get credited for their work back in the day. That means Foray brought the sweet old lady to life for years before most people knew it was her behind the microphone.
It sounds so exciting. You're going to love it, Tweety.
Number 6, Kevin Michael Richardson. If you need a deep, booming baritone for your cartoon character, Richardson is your guy. After getting his start in commercials, he appeared on screen in a number of live-action shows and movies. But the majority of his career has happened in the sound studio.
The Council has banished you to exile on a desert asteroid. So relax, enjoy the trip, and Don't get any ideas.
Richardson has worked on both family-friendly and adult-oriented properties, and he's been involved in some of the biggest franchises of all time. He's also voiced plenty of superheroes and villains in both the Marvel and DC universes. And in 2004, he became the first black actor to play the Joker.
Nothing up my sleeves. Nothing that won't put a smile on your face. Say cheese.
Number 5. Seth Green. You probably recognize his face from his live-action roles in the Austin Powers movies and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. However, you might be surprised to learn that Green has also had an extremely successful career in animation.
Guys, do you hear me? Are you all right? Leo!
His longest-running role has been the character of Chris Griffin on Family Guy, which he's played since the series' inception in 1999. He's also one of the creators and voices behind the stop-motion series Robot Chicken.
Chris, I don't think people are even aware of that show's existence.
Well, I don't know, Dad. I think a decent number of people watch it.
Oh, really? Define decent.
I think it's the highest-rated show on Cartoon Network, and the Star Wars episode doubled that audience.
Green has even made it into the MCU, appearing as Howard the Duck in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. And did we mention that he does a phenomenal impression of Matthew McConaughey?
You know, I also made a movie called Fool's Gold, me and Kate Hudson. We had a contest to see who could get more tan. I won, of course, but still was a great contest.
Number 4, Frank Welker. You've definitely heard Welker's voice at some point, even if you didn't know it was actually a human you were listening to.
What?
Boo says, that's not fair.
Welker has a special talent for animal noises, but he's done plenty of other well-known characters too. He got his first role as Fred Jones when Scooby-Doo premiered in 1969, and he's been voicing the leader of Mystery Incorporated ever since. He's actually the only member of the original cast still working on the franchise.
Basically, it's my own voice with maybe 5 cups of coffee. Hey, would you do it for a Scooby snack? Oh gosh, well come on guys. Hey, I can drive because I have the license.
Welker tends to have serious longevity in his roles. He's also played various Transformers since the 1980s, including Megatron in the 1986 animated film. Over 30 years later, he would bring the villain to life again, this time in live action.
I've lived for this. I've lived to kill a planet. For our world, I activate this portal.
Number 3, Tress MacNeille. As one of the hardest working actors around, MacNeille has been a staple of animated entertainment since the 80s. Her breakout role arguably came playing Babs Bunny, one of the 2 stars of Tiny Toon Adventures.
Who would think a future star of film and television could make such a mess by herself?
Following that job, she quickly landed another leading role in a mega-popular kid show, this time as Dot Warner in Animaniacs. But her work playing smaller parts has been just as impactful as her major roles.
Who's she?
She's... Why, I'm his sister.
His sister?
And I'm also Mary, Queen of Scots.
She's voiced over 40 different characters on The Simpsons alone. From the teenage bully Dolph to Principal Skinner's elderly mother, MacNeille's full range is on display in a single show.
Good Lord, Mother, I can see your figure.
Oh, you see a lot more when you do my daily mole check.
Number 2, Mel Blanc. Perhaps no one holds a more important place in the history of animation than Mel Blanc.
See now, which is the toughest voice in the United States? It's either Brooklyn or the Bronx. So why don't I put the 2 together?
So that's what come out, Doc.
As the first voice actor to be credited on screen for his work, he paved the way for thousands of others to make names for themselves in the industry. Blanc was best known for his iconic Looney Tunes characters like Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and Porky Pig, who he first played all the way back in the 1930s.
Did you try the elevator?
Yes.
Throw him down the stairs?
Yes.
Use the sheet?
Yes.
Swing across on the rope?
Yes. We tried all those ways.
Don't work, do they?
He often voiced multiple characters at once, meaning many episodes were literally one-man shows. There's a reason he was dubbed the Man of 1,000 Voices.
Das ist alles, mein Freund.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. John DiMaggio. He's the reason we've loved Futurama for so long.
It has motorized sensors attached to motion detectors.
So does my butt, but I don't frame it and put it on the wall.
Gray Delisle. Heroes, villains, little boys, and old ladies. She's done them all.
You're pretty.
Together, you and I will be the strongest couple in the entire world. We will dominate the Earth!
Billy West. Not many can fill in for Mel Blanc.
Bugs Bunny?
You were expecting maybe the Easter Bunny?
You're a cartoon, you're not real.
Not real, eh? If I weren't real, could I do this?
D. Bradley Baker. Giving unique voices to clones of the same character takes serious skill.
Are we making the galaxy better?
We're soldiers. We do what needs to be done.
You know what makes us different from battle droids? We make our own decisions.
Trey Parker. The South Park creator has voiced over 600 characters just on that show.
Screw you guys. I'm going home. But Carmen, we're trying to... screw you guys. Home.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Tara Strong.
I'm just as tough as Blossom and Buttercup. I'm hardcore.
Since she began voice work at the age of 13, Strong has racked up an impressive list of credits. Although she's paid her dues playing plenty of minor parts, she's also earned more lead roles than most, including multiple heroes and villains in both Marvel and DC franchises.
You let my plaything get away, Batman! That wasn't nice! Just because you're such a gloomy Gus doesn't mean we all have to be that way.
From Timmy Turner to Barbara Gordon to Twilight Sparkle, Strong's range is hard to top. In fact, she's voiced so many important characters that she eventually became one herself, showing off her talents as an animated version of herself alongside one of her most beloved characters, Raven, on Teen Titans Go.
I used to do this voice a lot. Yeah, I wish you'd seen it.
And Pretty Pegasus? Whoa!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.